All those poets on all those worlds who spoke of war as such an unsightly thing, they never stood here.
Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review by Snippy Geek. Today I'm going to talk about an IFC horror film that was released on November 27th, 2012 on DVD by the name of The Rites of Spring. Just so you guys know, I love IFC films. They've released such films such as The Human Centipede 1 and 2, and then of course they'll release Human Centipede 3 2013 of next year, I'm sure. They've released, Heartless starring Jim Sturgis, Mutants, Primal, all kinds, Penumbra recently, all kinds of horror films. And normally when I want a good late night watch on any Saturday, Sunday night, or any night of the week, I normally kick back and watch a good old IFC horror film, independent film company, or channel, whatever it stands for, because normally, anything IFC puts out is just pure gold to me, because normally some of their films are decent, but I know at least when I watch one that it'll at least be a decent film. But normally, IFC puts out some dang good films. So anyways, let's talk about one of their most recent ones. Like I said, just a few days ago, this one was released on DVD by the name of The Rites of Spring. So The Rites of Spring pretty much has two main central plots going on. One of these, and then later on in the film, these plots actually meet up, and I'll explain that here in a second. I won't say too much though to give the plot away. So on one side, we have this couple this guy recently lost his job, and they're desperate for money. They need like $1 million. They need a lot of money, and they meet up with this criminal guy, and this couple decides, hey, we're going to kidnap this family, and we're going to make this rich guy give us their money. That's one plot that's going on. Then there's a different plot going on where these two young girls end up being kidnapped by this man, and this man has them tied up in an old barn or an old warehouse of some kind, and it looks like he's preparing them for some sort of ritual or some sort of harvest. Those are the two central plots. You got these two people that are getting ready to go steal from someone, kind of a, thriller kind of thing, and you have a horror supernatural thing over here. So anyways, those are the two main subplots of the IFC horror film titled The Rites of Spring. And then later on in the film, these characters meet up, and it kind of clashes and becomes something very unique and just very original in a way, too. So let me tell you some of the reasons why I liked or why I enjoyed IFC's The Rites of Spring so much. First off, I just love how there's two different things going on. I was wondering to myself, I've seen a few horror films do this, such as Malevolent is another cool one where it also combines a bank heist with a horror film. And this is very similar to Malevolent in the way that where it combines two different genres. We have two completely different plots going on. These, in a sense, these plots are so good where they could work as two different films. But what they do to make it so uniquely cool is that they combine these two plots to make it one really cool horror film, and it really works, and it makes The Rites of Spring a really cool and a unique and original watch that I believe any horror fan, could and should enjoy. Another cool thing was there's some references to some older horror films in a similar fashion that Malevolence also did. There's an obvious reference to Freddy where it kind of becomes a slasher film later on, and the slasher guy grinds one of his weapon up against like this wall, and the friction goes off. An obvious reference to Freddy. There's times where he's like banging through a door. Obvious references to Michael Myers. From the famous film. Of course, Halloween. So obvious references to other horror films, and the uniquely great thing about this too is the acting isn't half bad either. We have I don't know any of the actors, they're all unknown people to my knowledge, but these actors actually know what they're doing. They're not just some half whatever people. They can't act, they actually can act, and there's actually a few good-hearted characters in them. A lot of these people in this movie just aren't very morally minded, shall I say, but there's one man in there, and if you see him, you know who I'm talking about. This man in there knows what he wants to do. And he is probably the only moral person, besides the little young girl in this movie, he's probably the only moral-minded person in this movie. So overall, the IFC film titled The Rites of Spring is a really cool film. Yes, it's a very low-budget movie. You can tell it's low budget, but who cares, right? Because it's just so entertaining. It's a fun watch. I mean, it's very bloody. It's so cool. I don't want to say what the whole ritual thing is, but when you find out about the ritual and what this old man is actually doing with these people and what he's actually trying to accomplish and achieve, it's really twisted and it's really strange and it's just really cool. I really liked the concept of what he was doing and what, you think he's doing something at first and it finds out to be something totally different in the end, and that was just really original, I thought. So anyways, those are my opinions upon the IFC horror film by the name of The Rites of Spring. Really enjoyed it. Give it a 5 out of 5. It was really cool. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe to my page below. And I will see you guys later with another movie review by Centipede Geek.